Welcome to another edition of Blame It on the Game. And this is a special segment we got going on right now. This one is called Healthy Conversations, between men and women. We need to have these healthy conversations, and today we got Adrianna, you know. How you feeling today? How you doing?
I'm a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, that's what's up though. It's a good day today, good Sunday today. Yeah, I went to church today, and I felt good coming out of there today. So I'm feeling good today. Another day, another dollar, another blessing. But today, man, I got Adriana in the building, and I just want her to know, like, this is a safe environment. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I know it's kind of like, new to you probably, but
For sure.
I always want to know, like, another woman's perspective, when we going through this thing called life.
Hmm.
We need each other as men and women,
Absolutely.
definitely need each other. And I feel like having these type of conversations, or hopefully it, it can it can have some type of solutions to them, to the viewers, to the listeners. Hopefully we all can learn something from each other. Um, Now, to dive into it, I've been seeing this stuff been going on Facebook
Mm.
with this 50-50 thing.
Crazy.
How you feel about that though?
I got so much to say. I don't know. Okay, so I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of in between. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel the women and I feel the men, but what I will say is I don't know. I don't think I agree 100% on 50-50.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say because I feel like women, and you can correct me or you can have your opinion, but I feel like women have a big role as far as just being women, and if there's kids involved,
Mm-hmm.
that alone is a job for me. So I feel like, when you say 50-50, it's like it's almost two jobs for women. It can be, men can take on that role as well, but I just feel like as women and men, like I think that we're born more into like our own, we're built for different roles.
Okay. I
And I
can see
feel
that.
like, things that we do, y'all can do, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. But I just feel like, you know, if I was to agree with 50-50, I would still have other roles that I would have to do regardless of just bills. So
Okay.
it's never really 50-50 to me.
Okay, I see your perspective. I see your perspective, and you had some valid points in there for sure, for sure.
Okay.
To be politically correct, I this is like the politically correct answer. I think it's a unique situation. It depends on who you dealing with.
Okay.
What's the connection like? Who's your guy? Who's your girl? Do they need 50? Do they need 70? Do they need 100? You get what I'm saying? I feel like it depends on that to be politically correct. But my opinion, I feel like uh 50-50 until marriage. Because in my opinion,
Okay.
I will love to have a woman that is independent, that is not dependent on me.
Okay.
Because I want her to be a role model to our future daughter. Because I don't want my daughter just living off of me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want her to know how to do it herself too, and not depend on a man. But at the same time, she is a queen, she is a princess, and she need to be treated as such. That's why I say until marriage. Now marriage, that's a whole different ball game. But being 100 in a relationship, I don't see no value in that.
So I got something to say because I don't want to get lost. But so you said 50-50 until marriage. So a question for you would be, what if that relationship goes on for 10 years and your kids see that for 10 years and then boom, you want to jump into a marriage and stay 100%, and now you got
Well,
to switch the whole perspective for the whole family at that point.
10 years is crazy,
It,
first
it,
of
it,
all.
it 10 years. Okay.
10 years
10
is
years is crazy.
crazy.
10
But
years is crazy.
at the same time, it's like, I mean, a man know if he gonna marry a woman. I feel like a man gonna know if he got the right woman within the first like 2 years, maybe. You get what I'm saying?
Is that realistic, you think?
I think it is.
Okay.
Because I feel like if a man is really courting a woman for marriage, if a man really want marriage himself, that's what he already looking at it. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes less than that.
So realistically, that would be for what age range? Because let's think about like if you have a high school sweetheart or something and you're not thinking about marriage till you about mid or late 20s. That's a 10-year relationship.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, because back in the day, they was getting married 18, 17.
For
you know what
sure.
I mean? But
That's
so a man knows his wife. You
Okay.
feel me? He knows when he want to pick his wife.
Okay.
It's really not a time frame on it. Honestly, you get what I'm saying? Now the 10-year stuff, that is crazy. But it's like I'm not finna just be with a woman for 10 years and I don't know if I want to marry her. You
Okay.
know?
Okay.
So far as with that, like reason why I say 50-50 during the relationship is because we holding each other accountable. Accountability is everything. You showing me that you're responsible. I'm showing you I'm responsible.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like it's a good character building thing. Now with my wife, cause it's a different time now. Like back in the day, my granddad used to come home and give grandma the check. You get what I'm saying? Like, do what you gonna do with it. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a different day. Like, of course, like if I'm the breadwinner and I'm making a lot more money than you,
Okay.
of course, like that's why I say it's unique to each situation. Like if I'm the breadwinner and I'm making a lot more money than you, I'm not gonna expect you to do 50-50. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
it'd be like 70-30, or you know what I mean? Like,
so do you think, okay, there's just a question. Do you feel that a man should make more in his relationship with a woman?
I don't think should is crazy too, but but
I'm being serious. Like, okay, because y'all are expected to be providers. So it's like,
but everybody, when people say providers, people only put finances on providing.
oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that is
because
very
I'm
true.
your provider mentally,
Emotionally.
spiritually, emotionally. You get what I'm saying? I provide in so many different type of ways.
Right.
You know, financially, I feel like it's a different time. Like I said, like it's women out here making the bread. It's getting
That's a
hard
fact.
for men, for real. I'm being honest. Like,
No, you right. You right.
but, you know, at the same time, it's like us as men, we got to find different ways of providing, man. It ain't all about, because I know men that can just pay the money, but they don't got the time. They not there emotionally. They not there in no other type. They not providing in no type of way. They just writing a check.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So you got to think about how you want to get provided.
So the whole thing about the 50-50, because nobody brought up, that point of, being provided for other areas. It was all about finances.
That's it.
But I feel like, a lot of women, how we are, we're the emotional ones, the nurturing ones and all that, we want affection, we want intimacy and all these things. And I feel like this is where I got to come onto the men's side is like, if you were to get provided for 100% with finances, but you get nothing else out of the relationship, you'll be miserable. And I'm speaking
That's
for
a
that
fact.
on my side, because it's gonna be things that I want. I can't spend time with you, like, or you don't know how to communicate with me. I might want to talk to you, and you might want to dismiss me because you feel like money is,
Everything.
everything, and it can take for everything else, and that'll shut me up. So that would not make me happy. But on another spectrum and side, I feel like women take on a huge role with kids and being at home. Forget the kids. Let's just take the kids out for a minute. But just being home and the things that we do, we are very detail oriented. As for a lot of things that you don't, sometimes men don't think about, and their needs and things that we kind of pick up where y'all at, and y'all pick up where we lack. So it is a team effort.
It's a 50-50 thing.
It's a 50-50 thing.
For real.
But as far as like the home aspect of it, I feel like that is a major role in itself. And to want us to do 50-50 finances and then come home and still have these tasks to do, it's a lot.
Yeah, that I can agree with. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? But that definitely I can agree with. Like, because you going to work and coming home, cleaning up, taking care of the kids in the crib is crazy.
Crazy.
You know, like, so I can definitely understand that aspect of it. All right, let's go into a situational thing, okay? Now, if we get to talking and we get this title, but you have a household and I got my own household,
Okay.
is it the man's requirement to take care of your household?
That's a good question. I feel like no. But let me say why. We not living together, so I understand that part. I really do get that part. But to say that you're not going to help me at all with anything, or vice versa, I'm not going to help you with anything, why are we together? Not even just a financial part. Why are we together? Or why are we working towards anything?
But I'm providing you in so many other ways as well, though.
Okay.
Like, okay, put it like this. I'm a working man. I'm making $14, $15, $16 hours, which is crazy.
Crazy.
But but I'm taking care of myself though. I got
Okay.
my own house, got my own car, got my own everything, right?
Okay.
But we together though. In a sense of we don't live together,
Okay.
but we dating, we in a relationship, we courting for something bigger. What does a man, where do I stand? Like, I gotta do more just for you?
So
Or
my whole thing is, when did this relationship start? Because if this is brand new, then of course we won't be living with each other. But if it's not, why are we living together?
okay, I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Now who's moving in with who? You see what I mean? Because now this is a different
Okay.
thing. Because now if you move in with me, this is how I would approach the situation.
Okay.
If you move in with me, I'm going to continue to pay all the bills. You save your money for more investment so we can get a bigger house. We can do whatever. We can make something shake with what you can save.
Okay.
But I'm still going to pay 100% of the bills in my house.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So nothing changed on your part.
Nothing will change on my part because I'm still providing it.
Okay. So what would be the role then of the woman though?
The road, you still gonna have to put in your work or whatever, but I'm not expecting you to go 50-50 with me in that type of situation though.
Okay.
Like financially. I'm thinking, this the way I think. The woman need to be saving the bread that she's getting to step up. Like, say if we want a new house or something, or we want to get a new car or something in a sense of, I can't just come out my pocket and do that right now.
Okay.
You saving damn near every dollar that you getting right now. still working, whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? But you saving all your bread for our future.
That has to be something that is talked about from the jump,
Yeah.
because everybody doesn't have the same goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she doesn't want a house? What if she's content with, simple living? Or maybe you just want a house. That's something that y'all have to talk about. But what if she's comfortable? Or what if she's comfortable?
Well, I would say, well, as far as in my situation, comfortability is too close to like, I feel like in a relationship, even in a marriage, I can't get comfortable with my woman
Okay.
because then things get boring. Then things get. I gotta feel like I gotta feel like, dang, I gotta. This almost like our first date every time. It gotta feel like that.
You got to feel like you always elevating
Yes.
with your woman.
With every aspect of life,
Okay.
career, marriage,
So
friendships.
again, at the beginning, some talks are different than what they lead into, and things can change.
Yeah.
So if y'all talk about from the jump, y'all goals, y'all aspirations, all these things, and then y'all get to maybe like a halt, like a stagnant place where it's just like, I'm kind of comfortable here for a while. I kind of want to just do this, see where it's at. Then we'll kind of build on that in a couple years. But you are just like adamant on wanting to move on and do it now.
No, not now. Of course
Or
we have a
sooner.
time frame. Of course we have a time frame. Because I'm
Okay.
thinking future. Because if we start having kids, we're going to need another house. You know what I'm saying? If we start having kids, we got to think about college fund. You get what I'm saying? Like, as the man and being the logical thinker,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? I'm thinking about those type of things. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it don't make sense to be comfortable where we at when life be lifing. Babies get to popping out and
At random. So what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like, okay, what if your plans don't go accordingly? Like you end up having a kid before, you end up getting that house, or your
And
career change, job change, you
and
lose your job.
things
Like,
happen.
Things happen.
Of course, and that's why that's even more reason why our bond have to be that strong.
Okay.
It can't be just a beneficial thing. It have to be real.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of people get in these situations and they don't be real. It be beneficial for them. It
Right.
might be beneficial to them emotionally. It ain't always financially. It might be beneficial to them emotionally. They might be trauma bonded and not even know. You get what I'm saying? And thinking it's love. You
For
get what I'm
sure.
saying? So it's just people get in situations for beneficial reasons.
Right.
Sometimes. I ain't saying all the time. But sometimes that's what it is.
I would say every time. Because why are you with that person? You with that person for something. Either you need love right now, you need something from that person. You want a relationship, whatever the case may be.
Of course it's beneficial on title purposes, but I'm saying like
Something you're gaining from it.
nowadays, men, we go through things to where like women be, it's gotta be this. If you coming with this, it gotta be. They got a long list. I know you've been seeing all them lists.
Let's not get into the list, because I promise you.
So it's just like, like, okay, you got this 40 item list of what this man's supposed to be and do for you.
Right.
So you already giving me vibes of it's not going to be real. Because your expectation is not, it's no room for growth in your expectation. It either is this or it's nothing.
We talking about the list right now, or or just the overall conversation?
I mean, it's an overall conversation, but I'm just saying.
Because you just said something about the list and about growth and expectations, and you don't want to grow. These men want to go to Applebee's.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, if that's fine, but do you see growth in that?
Yeah.
After Applebee's or with Applebee's?
Man, we going to Applebee's, get a 2 for 25, first date. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they talking about.
Okay.
One time, I'm gonna share this with you. I took somebody to Starbucks,
Okay.
first date, right?
Okay.
It was cool, but I knew what type of woman she was. It was a test for
She
real.
ain't like that.
She act like she did. Oh, this was so different. Nobody ever took me just to Starbucks, right? I'm an intellect, so I like to talk.
Okay.
You feel me? I like to see where your mind at. I like to see what's going on.
How was her body language?
Her body language was given, but it was just mentally. I felt I seen her. You
caught the
I seen
vibe.
it.
Okay.
I caught the vibe.
Okay.
But I respected it. Because in my mind it was a test anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just to see where you was at.
And that's the thing about that. Don't test me on the first date. Why would you do that? Why would you test me on the first date?
Man, I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta test you.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be so honest because it's so unfair, like, to test us on the first date, because you're gonna test us based off of where we want to go to a restaurant, and we may have everything that y'all really want. And it's like, you have to understand why we don't want to go to that restaurant. And I just want to be very clear about this because I see both sides. But men are mad at women for saying they don't want to go to Applebee's or the Cheesecake Factory, when my point of view is it's not a financial thing. It's not the cost of how much Applebee's is or the Cheesecake Factory is.
Then what is it?
It's the point of you put no thought into it.
Right.
It's the thought process, because this
My
the thing.
thought is to get to know you.
No, but the thought.
Not to impress you.
No. First date is first impression to me.
Exactly. And my first impression is to get to know you first.
But also, it's
Second date, we going to Roof Chris if I like the first one.
No.
It's over.
No. But let me explain. I really want to be clear though, because it's really men out here that'll be like, you know what? This our first date. I like her. I think she cool. I want to take her somewhere, that she may have never been to, or I want to take her to this really nice restaurant. What are you losing by taking a woman to a nice restaurant? What are you losing?
Okay, think about this though. From a man's perspective.
Okay.
We dating. Ain't no titles right now, right?
Okay.
Think about how many dates a man probably will go on, right? Within the month.
No.
Hold on, hear me out.
Okay.
Just hear me out.
Okay.
Within the month, let's just say he go on 4 dates in a month, right?
Okay.
Cause he's trying to figure things out. You gotta think. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You feel me? Like,
okay.
I'm gonna keep it a bean because we searching, for who we want. You feel me? A man don't know what he want until it's right there.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
For sure.
if I have to take all these girls out to Roof Chris every time, I'm losing out. I'm losing out
on money.
On money
Okay.
and time.
Okay.
You get what I'm
And time,
saying?
for sure.
So why not get to know the person first? That's what I'm saying. The logical way of going about things.
Okay.
Is I need to know if I'm even like her. This is the first date. Okay, let's look. Okay, all right, I'm going to tell you another scenario. Like, say if we've been talking for about maybe a month before the first date.
Okay.
It'd be text messages, phone calls, because I'd be busy. They might be busy. We can't get around to the date.
Right.
You feel me? Which is understandable. That person, I might. You know what I'm saying?
A strong might.
yeah, I might take her out on a nicer date because of the time that
You put into it.
yeah.
Okay.
But these little dates just be dating, just be. I met you today. We're going on a date this weekend. No, I'm not doing that
But so my question is, why would someone have 4 days in a month?
because they searching. They don't. They searching. I'm just being real though. Like
Okay.
men gonna search of what they like. You get what I'm saying? Like if that first date didn't go right, the first beginning of the week, I mean month, I ain't talking to her no more. Like it's easy for a man to do that. Honestly, you feel me?
But to a man who doesn't date all the time, what would they be losing?
I just use that as a scenario. I ain't saying we doing that.
So
but
what
I'm
if it was
saying,
just one date that you haven't taken anybody else on a date in a long time, 6 months to a year, and you want to take this one out because you see her as different? Would that be taking something away by taking her to a nicer restaurant?
no?
What if
not
you
that.
want to go there? What if it's your favorite restaurant, but it's nicer? It's a
Of-
5-star restaurant, but
Right.
you want to go there.
Right. I'm gonna
What
do.
would
I'm
be
gonna
wrong
do
with
what
that?
I like anyway. I really
Okay.
like Starbucks. I really go there, go on my laptop,
Okay.
and I do my research. I listen to my music. I get my little coffees, and I
This
be
is
chilling.
where it kind of is a little twisted though, is because you have to look at who you're taking out on a date. It's
Right.
because if this woman is used to these finer things, she's used to going to 5-star restaurants. She's not used to going to Starbucks or Applebee's. Is it wrong for her to say, I'm okay, I don't want to go here, but
And that's okay.
respectfully declines?
Respectfully,
Not
okay.
not like that girl did on the
And I
online.
won't even badmouth her, none of that. She
Would you
got her.
understand?
I will. No, I won't understand. You get what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
you ain't even got to know me yet.
Okay.
So that's what y'all missing. Y'all, you ain't even got to know me yet. Your expectations snatched our growth.
So I'm still gonna go back into the creativity part. It's because y'all are looking at price points and I'm looking at the thought process. So what I'm
It's
saying,
not price point. Though.
okay, okay, I won't say you. Some are not, but most of them online was, what's wrong with Applebee's? Or y'all too good for it because it's cheaper, this and that. But my thing is, why you want to take me to like a local restaurant, family owned place that nobody been to, something different because you thought about it. Applebee's and the Cheesecake Factory, these chain restaurants, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna take her here. No thought to it. Let me give you something that you'll probably see it differently. If I was talking to you, right, and let's just say your birthday came up, we've been talking for a month. Your birthday came up that next month. We only been talking for about 30 days. And I gave you for your birthday a card. No money in it. No, nothing. Just a card. I ain't even signed my name into it. I just gave you a card for your birthday. How would you feel?
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. But be honest though.
I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Because I already don't expect nothing from you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I expect anything from you within 30 days?
But the point behind the card is there's no thought. I didn't even sign my name.
It is a thought. You gave me a card.
You took me out to eat. But the thing is, it's like there's no thought into it because I
get what you're saying.
I could have signed my name. I could have, all it said was happy birthday, but I would rather show up and give you something than nothing. Just like you would rather take me out to eat than not take me out to eat. So it's the same thing. I gave you a card with no thought. You took me out to eat with no thought. And what is the most disappointing thing that you could get on your birthday? Is a card with nothing in it.
I mean,
That's disappointing.
if that's how you view it, I don't view it that way though. I'm being
I don't
honest
know.
with you. Maybe I'm a simple guy. Like I'm a guy that I don't expect nothing from nobody. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, that's just me though. You get what I'm saying? I don't expect you to do anything for me because I'm that much. I be in my own world like that.
I think.
So when somebody do think of me in any type of way, I appreciate it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? In any type of way.
I'll
You
take
get what I'm
that.
saying? So, but at the same time, when we talking about dating, you know, we dating and stuff. The only reason why I feel like, and I ain't saying it, cause every situation is different. You know, I can
For
get
sure.
creative with stuff. I'm a creative guy actually, but it's just I don't know. I like my creativity to be valued too. So, like you said, if this woman is used to finer things and this and that and the third, why take her to finer things?
It,
What's different about me than the last date? You get what I'm saying? Like,
no.
man, I'm being honest with you. Like,
My bad. No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, like, it's not about the price point of a finer thing, or you don't have to take me to a finer place because I'm used to finer things. So I'll say that. What
I'm
I'm
talking
saying,
about the thought,
the thought.
the thought process.
Go take me somewhere. Okay, maybe you caught on my favorite color is this. Go take me somewhere. Incorporate something that you think
Right.
that I would like
Right.
because you're being creative. You like me. You want to take me out. If you did not like me, you would not want to take me on a date. So it's not a waste for you. You're
See,
not
but that's
wasting
where
your
y'all
money.
getting it wrong at too, though. Sometimes, hear me out though. Look,
Okay.
like when men take a woman out for a date, some might really like this woman and want to impress her,
Okay.
but some want to know if I'ma like this woman. She's interesting. I don't know what this is. I don't know her. So most men take women out to get to know them.
Okay. So my question is, what made you pick Applebee's? If you just want to get to know
It
me,
ain't
but
even
why do you have to take me there?
it ain't even about I don't know, like it ain't even about the Applebee's thing to me. I get what you saying as far as the thoughtful thing or whatnot. Applebee's is convenient. I would say for the men that choose that. I think it'd be convenient to where like I don't know. I only can speak for myself.
Okay.
Like the reason why I will probably pick a Applebee's or something else or whatever. I be big on time. Like I don't be having a lot of time to do a lot of different things. But if I'm trying to date, if I'm trying to do whatever, I will pick a convenient place to get to know a person. Now I can focus my energy on this person like, dang, she like this, she like that, she like this, she like that. So let me get a little bit more creative on date 2. Like because you don't deserve a Applebee's or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm trying to get to know a person and instead of trying to impress them. I want them to get to know me. I don't want me spending, not even spending the money because the money ain't even the issue. I don't want you to get caught up in the glitz and glamour and miss me in the
Okay.
process. Miss the person in the process. You just having a good time in your head. You know what I mean? Or the glitz and the glamour, or dang, this was very creative. It was so thoughtful. And you miss the actual person. You miss me, the person that's talking to you, the person that is thoughtful if you actually had the conversation with me. Because how can I get creative with you and I don't even know you? How can I be thoughtful on the things you do and don't like if I don't know you?
So wouldn't that be a test that you would want to give her since you want to do tests? See how she reacts in a finer restaurant versus you taking her to one that's not?
No.
Why not?
Like I feel like
would she be more
I
appreciative?
feel like I'm gonna take you where I usually go. I usually go to these places. I usually go to a Starbucks. I usually go to an Applebee's. It's
Okay.
not breaking outside of what I normally don't do.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying?
so for some men, their norm is they would not dare step into an Applebee's. Let's just say if it there probably is some men like that. So they have no choice but to go to these other places. Because I don't think that every man agrees or disagrees with that list.
I don't know. Like all I know, the men that I know, man, that list says so many restaurants that we actually go to.
That's
It's just
true.
like
That's true. I
it's
don't
just
agree with all
like
of them.
dang, you don't like Applebee's? Oh dang, you don't like Cheesecake Factory? You don't like this? You don't like that? I was looking on the list. I'm like, dang, what restaurant we can go to because there was so
Yeah.
many on there. It's like, dang, we can't go nowhere. We have to go to Morton's. We got to go to Roof Chris,
Not really though.
Benihana's.
Local spots though.
But I understand that. I understand where you coming from on the
That's where
creative
I'm at.
side.
That's where I'm at with
But
it.
on the list side of things, us men looked at it like
What restaurants?
all our spots is on there where we would normally go.
Was Picnic on there?
Of course not. I get what
Picnic.
you're saying. You a hopeless romantic. Son.
I'm not. I'm not a hopeless romantic.
But that I'm not doing that on date one. I'm not.
That's too much.
It is. I do that with my girl. You get what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Sometimes, see, this the thing. It's like you gotta go hard or go home. Sometimes you gotta come hard like that.
I ain't wasting no energy on things that don't value it.
But the thing, but listen,
not.
though, it's a lot. There is a lot of successful marriages right now that probably started that way.
And I understand.
And it's some that probably started with Applebee's. But what I'm saying is, if you want to do something different and you see potential in this woman, it's like, why would you want that for her?
I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna ever do nothing like that. I say I have to meet the right person to bring that out of me.
They are out here.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of men who'll be like, oh, no, I would never do that. But then they meet that right person and they going to do all of that. So it just depends on the woman, too.
I definitely get what you saying as far as being creative because I done did some creative things. Like, when it comes to dating, like, and I'm courting a woman, you get what I'm saying? And I'm actually putting forth the effort. I feel like that's when the creativity's supposed to come in. I'm not doing the creativity type stuff on day one.
But it doesn't have to be super thoughtful. All I'm saying is put some thought into it. Like,
Right.
okay, I'm not going to take her to Applebee's, but I will take her to this place that I've been to a couple weeks ago.
Of course.
On this corner, and it was really good. I thought it was nice.
Put it like this.
It's not that much thought.
Put it like this. If we talking like the example I said, if we was talking for 30 days and then we get into our first date, I done learned you a little bit now.
Okay.
So it probably wouldn't be just a Applebee's or whatever. It might be this little hole in the wall in Flint right quick they got good old food though. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's a vibe. Like,
It's a
you know,
vibe.
it gotta be something that I normally do on a first date though. Like, that's just how I feel. It might not be the Applebee's, but it might be, I don't know, like it might be something different. But
An activity, maybe.
Huh?
An activity, maybe. Let's just forget food and all. Like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it could be an activity. Like Top Golf or, you know, something like that. Or
Okay.
it can be an activity, but we was just on the food thing. But I'm just saying, far as on the food side of things, I'm going to the places that I like to eat at on the first date.
So you would not get her maybe like her opinion, or maybe ask her like, what type of food do you like? And then kind of incorporate that on where you want to go? Or would you just...
Of course, we gonna talk about that. Like, we definitely gonna talk about that. Cause the way I'm thinking right now, as far as with this scenario, I just met this woman this week, and then we going on a date like this weekend. You get what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about like we done talked for this amount of time. And now I wanna impress her a little bit.
Okay.
it's the way I'm thinking far as the thoughtfulness of what you're talking about was
Mhm.
based on I just met this woman this week and we going out this weekend
So
on a
you don't
date.
want to. Okay. So you don't feel like you would want to do that because she's a stranger right now. I haven't
I
even
just want to
gotten to
get to
know
know
her.
her.
Okay.
That's where that's where this is coming from. It's like I don't know her yet to
Mhm.
even let not even let her in, but like I
Mhm.
just want to know if will even go anywhere.
I'm gonna be honest. If we had just met this week and you were to take me to Applebee's, or I'm just using it Applebee's because that's what we've been talking about, or a chain restaurant, I would rather we just go for a walk somewhere and just go talk to get to know each other. And let's keep the food out of it until you see if you like me to take me somewhere nice. Cause I'm like, I don't want there to be any kind of like resentment towards you because of your restaurant choice. Or I don't know, like I just feel like I don't want to judge you based off of your restaurant choice, and I don't want you to judge me based off of where I don't want to go. So let's just keep the food out of it the first date. Let's go for a walk somewhere and go get some ice cream. That's not even considered a real date. We getting to know each other. Second time, if you like me, then take me somewhere really nice. Let's just keep the food out of it the first time because
See,
it complicates
and,
things.
and I can agree with that notion. You know what I mean? I can agree with that
Okay.
because I used to be a person that didn't date, like didn't go on dates at all, like because it wasn't the fact that I didn't want to take them out on dates. It's just things always sped up really, really fast, and we just didn't do that until later on down the line. We'd probably
Right.
do this, do that, whatever. You get what I'm
Do
saying?
everything else before the date.
Right. But at the same time though, as you get older and you get older, so you want to do things differently a little bit more.
That's the truth.
Like I'm the type of person like I'm an intellect. I have to connect with you on a different type of way to be on some dating stuff.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like I just have to now cuz that's just like how I'm wired now. It's like if I can't connect with you on some intellectual type of things, if we can't connect in some type of way, it ain't gonna give me the urge to like let's go do this, let me take you here, let me take you here. It's gonna fall by the wayside, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like too that that's a good point. Do you also feel like that's a little bit of fear going into something new because you're kind of blindsided and you don't know who this woman is and you don't know if she's gonna be there or leave or y'all don't know if y'all gonna make it? Because I feel like that's unfair to the woman is because you're holding back your potential because of your fear that you don't know her and you
I
saying nowadays women are like this. That's kind
I
of
don't think
unfair.
it's fear. I'm very
Okay.
aware of like I'm not holding back. That's why I said it's gonna take a woman that I never seen before, and that came to me in a whole different type of way to bring that other side to make me want to do that right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, but if you giving me signs already of resistance about a restaurant or this, you sound like the last girl. You get what I'm saying? So of course
Yeah,
I'm finna
right.
be on the same type of time. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
when you do different things, you get different results.
Okay.
You feel me? But if it sounds too much like my last date,
It's like the red flags is there,
it's
so
there.
I
I'm
gotta.
aware. It ain't fear. It's just I'm aware. I'm aware.
It's like it's so close to that line that it's just like I don't know.
I can see where you can see where I can see what you mean by it looks like fear, but it's awareness to me. Like if you put your hand in the fire, you're going to get burnt. You get what I'm saying? So if I see a fire, I'm not gonna put my hand in it. Like
So okay, so let's look at it from a different spot. Like, okay, what if the woman was respectful and maybe she just challenged you a little bit to like, okay, we can do Applebee's right now, but from this point on, we not doing this no more.
that's what I love right there. Cause now it's a kind of hear me out.
Oh, I'm listening.
Now it's accountability, and she's telling me where she's standing. She ain't
Okay.
just look at me and be like, "No, I ain't doing that." She still came, and then she took her stance on, "Look, we ain't doing this no more."
Okay, that's the one.
That's the one now.
That's how you do it.
That's the one now.
Okay,
It's
there,
like,
there
okay,
it is.
she came in my world. Now I'm finna help build a world over there.
There we go. We
You
just
get what I'm saying?
agreed.
You
There
gotta,
it
you
is.
gotta go. You gotta, like we was talking before the podcast. It's like sometimes you gotta take that back seat to hear me out.
No, you right. I'm agreeing.
Sometimes you gotta take that back seat to get what you actually want.
That's tough.
And they be prideful. It be so many
prideful.
prideful people out here.
They be prideful.
And then it's just like, dang, like, how can you get to know me when you so prideful?
It's true.
You self-centered at that point. You know, it's like you in a relationship with your damn self. Like,
That's true. And I feel like if women were single for, X amount of time, it's just like you gotta get in the back seat at one point. And I don't want to be against women, but it's the truth. If you are not in a relationship and haven't been in a long time, it's like, whew. Like I know it's tough, it's hard, but get in this backseat for a minute and then kind of see where it go from this point. But I think a lot of women go wrong by just canceling men the first chance that they get. So that's my opinion.
and I feel like on a men's side, I think we gotta hold ourselves more accountable on the things that we do, not only like, financial or whatever, but emotionally, the things that we do, our decision-making skills. Like, we definitely gotta hold ourselves more accountable. And, that go across the board, you feel me? But just speaking on the men's side of things, for us to be good leaders, we gotta be that. We gotta bite that bullet. Sometimes we have to be quiet and sit back and listen to your woman.
Especially if I'm giving you that title. If I'm giving you that title of leader, because a lot of women don't do that. If I'm telling you the leader and the man of this household, you better do something with that title. Because I feel like women are, like you said, are very prideful, and we so used to being independent and all these things, we don't want to give that to y'all. Because we done took on so much by ourselves, and we feel like we could do everything by ourselves. So when you see a man that come in and want to do everything and can do everything, it's like it's just like a shock. Like we don't know what to do with that. But if I'm giving you that title, and especially with that type of title, you can't 50-50 me. because that's a respect thing. I'm giving you a different type of respect for me calling you that.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna 50-50 me that. No, because if I'm giving you your leader, man of household, what you say goes. Oh yeah, you're not gonna 50-50 me, because at the end of the day, it's like that title holds weight.
I can feel you on that.
Does that title not hold weight?
No, the title definitely hold weight.
Okay.
But logically, hear me out. Hear me out though.
Okay.
Like, I ain't like, if I'm the leader of the household, I want to do 100% all day. But logically, if my pockets can't do it, what?
Should you be in a relationship?
Should you gave me the title? Should you gave me the title?
I'm saying I would give that title to someone who is doing 100%.
But
not 50-50. I'm not giving you that, because we're both the leader at this point. Right or wrong, like we're both the leader.
I feel you on that. That's a good point. You know what I mean? You that's a good point. But at the same time though, like,
I'm supposed to just give that to you because you're the man? That's not fair.
No. It ain't even that. It's like, who's providing? Like, we both are providing. You get what I'm saying, for the most part. But like, who's providing you to provide effectively?
What do you mean? Who's providing for the woman?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Who's providing for the woman?
Not only financially. Like, sometimes Man, women be y'all be breaking down. Y'all be having a whole. That's a lot to carry for a man. Like for
Oh, you
real,
talking
for
about
real.
our emotions?
Emotions, everything though. Like y'all bring that on, and then y'all bring y'all frustrations to us.
So y'all
Like,
y'all don't have y'all moments either?
man, we do have our moments, but most of the time we gotta deal with them on our own. Y'all don't want to hear that shit,
The thing is about it, I'm all about communication. What I
and y'all
cannot
don't value it either.
my I definitely I can't speak for other people. That's the biggest thing. That might be equivalent up there with finances. I'm gonna tell you what I cannot stand, and I have boundaries with that. Is like if you are the type that if I'm speaking to you and I'm trying to resolve a situation and you feel like I'm attacking you, I'm not yelling at you. I'm like, okay, this is how I want to fix it. This is what I'm trying to get your opinion. How can we do this? You feel like you're being attacked. I don't like men who shut down and they leave or they hang up the phone. I won't deal with that. That is like that's a no tolerance policy of mine. You're not gonna do that to me because I feel like nothing gets resolved. And then you come back, speaking from experience, then you come back and it's like nothing ever got solved. Communication is super key.
Okay, communication is only key when you understand the perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, say if you like the situation that you just explained, and he was feeling this person was feeling attacked based off what you were saying. You get what I'm saying? Based off your perspective of what
Me
you
trying to resolve the situation.
resolve something. You
Okay.
know, maybe it was triggering to him, or maybe it was certain things that you were saying to him triggered him to be in defense mode. Instead of getting into defense mode, most men will just be like, all right, okay.
If I'm coming at the situation though, as a woman on my side, I'm coming to the situation correctly. There's no other way that I can handle it. This is the correct way. In my eyes, I'm coming at this right now with respect. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm trying to resolve the situation. I really want to fix it. That's all I want to do. And you come at me like, oh, I don't want, and then hang up or you leave.
Okay.
How do you? What is your response supposed to be to a respectful,
Oh no, see
respectful
that
woman?
situation I can't speak
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
All I know is delivery is everything with me.
Delivery. Okay.
Delivery is everything because I never once had like I don't know like it be more like you trying to tell me about myself. You get what I'm saying? Like you should be doing this, you should do that. I'm like my mama is at home. You get what I'm saying? Like my mama is really at home. You get what I'm saying? Like we can talk as adults though. You get what I'm saying? And really
Okay.
try to figure out something. But when you try to tell me about something or tell me this or tell me that, it's like we can have a conversation and we can try to get to the solution of the issue. But like when you talking at me versus to me, it's a difference. That's why I say delivery is everything.
Because if I'm not being disrespectful at all, or trying to talk to you in that way, like I'm your mom or something, like, wouldn't you be more, I don't know, like wanting to have this conversation to fix the problem? And if I'm not attacking you, I think a lot of men feel like because a woman is trying to have a conversation that they are in some sort of power at that point, that they feel like they're above
It's the
them.
ego.
Yeah, the ego part, but men just feel that way in that moment, like, okay, she's on top of me right now. Like she's like, even though she's trying to resolve the situation, since I didn't do this first, or I didn't try to resolve this as a man, I feel beneath her.
That's only the ego. That's what I
Okay.
mean. Like
It's the
as
men, the
men,
man's
that's what I'm talking
ego.
about. It's men.
Yeah,
It's
right.
men.
For sure.
Like men, I feel like men have ego, women have pride. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
even though we both can have the same thing, but um, in that situation, it sounds like ego. Like he don't want to get checked right now. So Leave me
Some men
alone.
don't want to be corrected, and
Le-
some women don't want to be
It's the
corrected.
same
It's
thing.
the
That's why
same
I said
thing,
like it goes both
for
ways.
sure.
Just like I was just saying about holding the mirror up
Mm-hmm.
in front of your mate, in front of your spouse, in front
Mm-hmm.
of your dude, in front of your girl, holding that
Mm-hmm.
mirror up so they can see what you see. Now,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't like seeing that.
Right.
They don't like hearing that, and they don't like correcting it.
That's true.
So, what do you do then?
If they don't want to be corrected, or if they don't want to come to like a
Af-
solution,
After 2 years,
you would have seen how this person was the first year
I mean,
within an
this
argument.
this this is the situation. After 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you seen the flash. Y'all probably talked about it a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
after this second year,
Mm-hmm.
you holding that mirror up like, look, this is what the world see. This is what I see.
Mm.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Is y'all ready for that type of conversation? And if y'all do have that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
will it be corrected behavior? Will it be a change?
If not, then we will have to part ways.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like that's why I'm so bent on like I gotta get to know this person
Oh,
in
for
the
sure.
beginning
Mm-hmm.
from the jump before
Mm-hmm.
I invest energy. It ain't the fact that I'm fearful. I want to know what I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I have to know what I'm dealing with. And you ain't gonna never know fully. It's people that's married still learning each other.
Oh
But
yeah.
I have to be comfortable enough of going to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like I have to be comfortable enough into going to the next step. Like I can't just be dating people just to be dating free willy out here just dating people just to be dating them. No, I want to date someone that I'm actually interested in and I can actually be creative with and I can actually pour my energy into. That's what
Okay,
people missing.
that makes sense. It also has to be like kind of a time, like you said at the beginning or before this podcast. Like you don't want to give everybody too much at one time or at the beginning.
That's a
You
fact.
know. So that's another thing. You got to give people little bits and pieces, I guess, at a time. And that's hard to do because it's like sometimes you want to be vulnerable because you want to see the good in everybody. So you're just like, let me tell them a little bit more. But it's like, at what point do you stop yourself? Like, oh, don't say that. Say that the next time. Like you just sometimes you never really
I
can
ain't saying like
fully,
I ain't
like,
saying
I don't
play a
know.
game. I ain't saying like not be you,
Right.
but like I was in a situation before
Mm-hmm.
where a person was like, I'm just trying to figure you out. And it was kind of like a red flag to me
Why?
at this point
Okay.
because it was very, very new, you know. So I'm thinking motive, like what is this person motive? Like because yeah, you talking that relationship stuff, you talking this, you talking that.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, I'm like, I'm 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 just trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to like figure out your existence. You know what I
You
mean?
just
Like
want the basics. You just
I
want the
want to know
outline of
if it's
you.
something I can build with. Cause I will never figure you out.
So when you go on a first date and you're speaking with somebody, you getting to know them. What does that conversation look like? It's like, oh, well, what's your favorite color? When's your birthday? And how many
Do you
siblings do
have
you have?
kids? What's your relationship like with God? Where do you see yourself in 2 to 5 years? What do you do for work? Are you providing for your own household? Do you have a vehicle? Do you have like
Sound like an interview.
of course.
Yeah, yeah, you on point.
Of
I'm just
course.
saying this is
This
interview
is
time.
an interview. Like what you mean? Like
This is a real interview.
like for real. Like
Right.
like because that's gonna tell me the character of the person.
For sure.
Okay, now we can go to the roof, Chris.
I had somebody tell me before. This is so embarrassing, but I really had somebody tell me. I heard that, by the way, but I really had somebody tell me because I was doing what you was doing, just asking questions, and he really told me like he was like, I feel like I'm on an interview right now,
You is, sir.
and I was like, so I had to look at my stuff like, I know I ain't do nothing wrong, because some women have pushed them questions, certain questions, and scare men
You
away.
gotta come off naturally though. You can't just drill somebody.
See, that's the thing. I was never coming there with a list like, okay, so this. Like I would never do that. But it was, to me, it was natural because that's how I talk. That's how I am. I want to get to know you. And like you said, you don't want to waste your time. Like, so what's up? Like, I'm finna ask you some questions. I feel like I'm on an interview. Oh, that's the biggest red flag you can give me, and I'm out. Like, you not gonna like make me.
I can
feel.
see how a dude can say that though.
What?
No, hear me out
you
though.
You
because
just said that.
No, but
okay.
listen though, like,
okay.
Because the way y'all be coming with them questions is crazy.
I promise you, I didn't ask.
Like,
I didn't ask nothing out the way. I promise.
Cause I like like if let's just say we was at Applebee's, right?
Here we go.
Let's just say we was at Applebee's, because this is a place where we, whatever, right?
Okay.
We chilling. We get some appetizers or something, right? Start the meal. Get some appetizers. Couple questions, probably 2, 3, 4, and then the rest we gon' just talk whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the entree come out, you probably ask a couple more questions, whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the way I feel like. I don't know. Maybe it ain't just women. It's in general, though, because I done had that happen to me before, too. Like, dang, you ask a lot of questions or whatever. Because I be want to know. I just want to know.
And then another thing is you can always tell. I don't care, agree, disagree, anybody can, but I'm just saying, like, some people you could tell who's already kind of going to be closed up. I don't know. Some people just have that demeanor, like, I'm here to go out to eat. Like I might answer a couple questions. I'm not really into,
now you
see
why
engaging in conversation.
Now you see why they don't get the final.
No, but I'm saying regardless of the first date, I'm talking about you just meeting somebody for the first time. Some people just give off that demeanor of like, we can go out to eat and we can talk a little bit, and then there's other people, maybe like me and you, who want to engage in the conversation and talk more and ask questions and see where things go. Everybody's not like that.
Yeah, everybody's not like that, though.
That's a different thing. But
everybody's definitely not like that. That's why I say, like, I take it how the situation comes.
Yeah.
If it comes like that, that's what it's gonna get treated as. You get what I'm saying? Like far as the first initial whatevers. You get what I'm saying? Like if it's coming that way, that's the way it's getting treated.
Okay.
You feel me? That's just like you said, the first impression is the last impression, right? But in my mind, I feel like the first impression is you getting to know me and you wanting more from me.
Okay.
And I should want that same thing with you, regardless if we at Roof Chris or wherever. You get what I'm saying? Starbucks. Anything in between. It should, that first impression is like, man, he cool. Man, I wonder what this like or that's like. I want to know more from him.
Right.
I want to, not like, oh, girl, he took me to Roof Chris. Girl, group chat going crazy. Girl, I think he got a couple dollars.
Every woman not like that, though.
But I ain't saying every woman is.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying them type of girls that was making those lists are, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm going off of, basically.
Women who are used to nice things, though, they wouldn't have that conversation. I don't think they would. They might. They would. They would. they would, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I'm still on both sides a little bit.
Yeah. I can see it from their side too, though. I just don't see the logic in it. That's just something that y'all want. That ain't, y'all want that. Y'all should want the date. Y'all should want something real versus
You know why we
wanting.
would want that though? Is because it's been done before.
You said what?
I said we would want that is because it's been done before. You know,
So
maybe,
now y'all trying to compare your new.
no. I'm not saying comparison, but it's like women. You know, we want those type of things out of a man. We want the marriage. We want the nice dates, and we want things that we probably see online, but we probably feel is not
You don't think
real.
you don't think that gotta get earned?
Yeah, some things do have to get earned.
All of it do.
But what I'm saying is, every man doesn't think that the first date should be at a chain restaurant. A lot of men, want to do different things. Not more expensive things, different things.
Yeah, they entitled to that though. Like I
For sure.
can totally understand that. I can understand. I was just on the food thing because that's what the food thing was.
Yeah,
but
that list.
At the same time, it's other things you can do for a first date. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I said let's just
Like it's so many
X out
things you can do for a date. You get what I'm saying?
for sure.
But when we were just talking about the food aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a man on his first date,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what type of man, because there's some simps out here, you get what I'm saying, that just do whatever for whatever. But a real man,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna go to where he either likes, he's been there before, he's
Mm-hmm.
experienced with the menu, he knows what he knows. So it depends on what type of man you are dating. Now, you get a man that's just simping and just want to do whatever just to impress a woman when he really a fuck nigga at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just being real with you.
But what I'm saying, so that makes him a simp every time?
No, not every time. He
Okay.
ain't even got to know you yet.
So that makes him a simp. If he want to take you to a nice restaurant on the first date, does that make him a simp?
He got simp ways.
But what if he wants to really go there? And it's
That's
not
why I
because
say
of
he
her.
got simp ways. Like if he go there already all the time, yeah, and he ain't no simp.
So should
just
he
want to go there?
Should he downgrade then?
Huh?
Should he downgrade and take her somewhere maybe less than on his first date and maybe not the real place he want to go to?
I don't know. It depends on the person though. Like it depends on him. Like
Okay.
if he feel like he need to test her out, then test her out. You feel me? But if he feel like, man, I want to go to Benihana's because they got that rice, they got this.
Right, that's
you
what I'm
feel me?
saying. Okay.
So yeah, it don't matter. What I said is a man gonna take you where he eats at. If he eats at Benny already, it's normal to him.
So should a woman look at you as that? Should a woman look at the man like, okay, this is what he likes, this is what he's used to, so this is what I'm going to get from him from this point forward?
No, y'all setting y'all expectations up based off of one date. Like he might not go to Benihana's all the time.
But what I'm saying is, like I said, first impression, because what if after this date I never see you again? I'm always gonna remember you for you taking me to Applebee's. And
that's okay.
And that's what you showed me. So that now I'm gonna look at you as if, okay.
But my wife, the one that I picked,
But we don't know that. We're on our first date.
I understand that.
Okay.
That's why I don't care for. I really don't care for trying to impress someone on a first date because it's all about growth with me. It's like it's all about growth with me. Like
So you see how we having this conversation and you saying it's growth with you? That conversation, we would not know that
I know.
going into it. So the only thing that we see is this man wants to take me to Applebee's at 7:00 on Friday. That's the only thing we see. We don't see,
And that's
the
okay.
growth from that. But so at that point, it looks like you're testing me. At that point, you're not really trying to tell me, look, like we're gonna go here for the first day and explain to me like you are now. It's more of like a test. Like I'm gonna see how she is with this restaurant. We're gonna go from there. I don't want to be tested.
Honestly, it ain't no test because that's where I go eat at. You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's where I go eat at. We don't have them finer restaurants around here like what people talking about.
We don't. So
Exactly.
we
So
gotta
what
be
is we
real about that.
talking about? Like,
So and that's another thing. And that's small town syndrome as well.
right.
Because at the end of the
We
day,
ain't got no Mortons here. We
At-
ain't got no. We
at
can
the
go
end
to
of the day,
Lucky's Bay City, but
that's about it.
you get
But
what
what
I'm
I'm saying is a lot of men are gonna agree with each other here in Saginaw is because of what we are used to, what we have in the city. A lot of men are not gonna think, oh well, I'm gonna take her to this restaurant because we don't have that here, like you said. And on top of that, it's just like, well, if they're not used to anything but this city, it's just like they are gonna be in defense mode. It's like, okay, well, y'all ain't never pleased with nothing. I don't have nowhere else to take y'all because, you know. So it's just like you really can't. Can you win in this city?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's why it's so important to get to know a person first.
Okay. Before the date.
Before the date.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
if you can get to know a person, this person might not even might be a vegetarian. You get what I'm saying? Like, might be vegan.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You don't know nothing.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't eat red meat or pork or none of that stuff. You feel me? So I go to places that got good chicken selections or turkey selections or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's just the simple fact that we live in a small city. It ain't a lot of restaurants where we can actually go. Okay, you can go to seafood in Bay City. You can go to the Brazilian steakhouse in Bay City. Go to Lucky's. I know all the spots because I go there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like I'm not finna take you to the Brazilian steakhouse, $100 a plate on a Sunday on our first date. I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's $100. Even though it's buffet, all you can eat.
But it's like, what if that's what you want for that day? And it's just like, okay.
If
we'll
I
take
want
a
it,
date.
I'ma do it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
go against myself.
Right.
If
Okay.
the
That's what
vibe
I wanted to
if
know.
the vibe is vibing, we vibing. You feel me? But if you demanding that,
Okay, so let's
that's
look
different.
let's look at it from a different type of woman then. So let's say like the woman is like she wants that. She's not demanding it, but that's something that she wants, a nicer restaurant. But she's also, you know, maybe throwing money that day too for different things. And she's showing you like, hey, I just want to have a good time. You take me out to eat, then maybe I'll do this or I'll do that. And you see she got money and she's willing to spend it. She's not one of those females like, you got to do everything for me. So would you
I
be
love
more
them.
would you be more open to taking her to a more expensive restaurant? Is
I
because
love them.
she's open with her money too?
I love them because it's
Okay.
showing me independence. It's showing me that you can provide for yourself as well. But it ain't all about that. It's just
No.
it's character for me. It's the
It's
character.
the character.
You feel me? It ain't
sure.
about like what you want and it's the character.
Okay.
You feel me? Like she have character. Like she know this our first date. She know she want to go to this restaurant instead of this one.
Okay.
So once we get there, she like this didn't happen to me before. Like I paid for the food, she paid for all the drinks. Nothing but rounds.
Drinks are expensive.
You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I was like, okay. You get what I'm saying? It made
Okay.
it's like you got some skin in the game now. Like you ain't just trying to bum off me. You ain't just trying to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that showed me character. That showed me that she's willing to put in effort.
For nice things that she wants as well.
Not even just nice things. It's just in general.
In general.
In her character, she's willing to put in effort in the things that she wants, and she's willing to grow with someone as well.
So is that acceptable for a first date from her? Do you feel like the man has to treat the woman on a first date?
I feel like it's all situational based. It ain't like no blueprint to it. It's like if I'm taking you to, I think, okay, usually men initiate the date, right? Like,
Okay.
I'm going to take you out. So I always handle the first. I always handle all the dates for real, like financially, because
Every day.
I'm the one taking you out. I'm the one
Right.
asking you out.
Right.
But if you show me something during that date, like, oh, I got this and I got that, it gives me another perspective of you now. Like, oh, okay, no, I got it still. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just to see, I don't know, like,
You know what? That's happened to me. That same situation I was talking about when I went out and he said he felt like he was on an interview. But he also said at the end, and again, these are things that okay, because I'm more traditional. Like I feel like, you know, the man is supposed to do that the first date. Nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like it is. Like it is what it is. But since that was the first day, he was like, the woman gave him the check at the restaurant, gave it to him. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, like, and then he asked me, he was like, you know, I just wanted to see what you was going to do. Was you going to offer to pay for it or was I going to pay for it? Like he was like, you kind of like put me in a position where I have to pay for it. And so again, never talked to that person
he
since
was
that
testing
day.
you the whole night.
But listen though, you can't do that to me because the thing is about it, you wanted to take me out. You asked me, and I've always been taught, regardless of a date, I've been brought up. If you invite somebody somewhere, you take care of it.
Yeah, that's how I am.
That's
too.
like a hospitality thing. Like I'm not gonna ask you to come somewhere with me and be like, oh, well, where's your money? I asked you to come with me, and that's for a friendship. That's not just for a date. So, of course, I'm gonna sit there. I didn't ask you to come out with me. Now, if I would have asked you to come out with me, I would have took care of it. But now you put me in a position where I feel like I'm wrong. So I didn't like that. Now, if we would have talked about it during the day, like, you know, how you feel about it? We did none of that. Like, you kind of just put me on the spot. Like, you tested me. Don't give me a test.
He was testing you. Like, but
Why are you giving me a test at the date? At
Right.
least test me and keep it in your head. Like,
right,
oh, she
yeah,
did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna
He
leave.
shouldn't- he-
You
he
told
shouldn't-
me to test.
Yeah, he ain't supposed to tell you to test though. But he ain't supposed to tell you to test. Yeah, you fucked up, bro. You ain't supposed to do that one.
Why you tell me to test? Like,
You
nah.
that was supposed to have been a mental note. Like,
Right. It's a
like,
mental note. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, like, I feel like men, I don't know. It's just like, it's something that's done without saying. Like, men pay for the first date. Like, that's not something that a woman should feel bad about. Like, that's just been in like the history of dates. Like, the man always pays the first date. Is that
Yeah.
wrong or right? Like,
No, it ain't wrong. Like, because if I'm asking someone out, I'm already in my mind is preparing to pay for that because you get what I'm saying? Like,
no, for real.
it's
Okay.
because I'm asking you out. I'm trying to get your interest. I'm trying to get to know you.
Right.
That's why we going to Applebee's.
No, see, nah, I don't know about that part.
Nah, look. No, I'm just talking. I'm talking.
But the test part, yeah, it's like, don't test me. You want to get to know me, then why are you, like, don't test me. That's not getting to know me. I feel like this whole
we can
time,
go to Outback. They got good
Applebee's.
chicken wings. Good chicken wings.
I can't with Saginaw. Oh my God. Okay. It's nothing wrong with the chain restaurants. I never want to come off as that person because I don't care. I'll go to Applebee's whenever, anytime.
Man, we're
It's
going to Robbie
always-
D's.
Okay, we're gonna go to Robbie D's. See, my type of vibe would be like, okay, take me to what's a good local place in Saginaw?
Blue Legs. No. I'm trying to. Wayne really got like. Okay, I went to this spot last night though. They open on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. You can sit in. Yeah, they good food
In
too.
Saginaw?
Green beans and things. They right here on Hancock, right down the street. Hancock and Michigan, right here.
They close at what time?
10 to 2 a.m.
On weekends?
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it's a vibe. It's at the Artista restaurant. I forgot what it's called, but
Artista restaurant. I don't know where that's
yeah, but it's right down the street. I went in there. It's a nice little vibe. I went in there last night.
What do they sell?
They got Caribbean food. They got oxtails, jerk chicken.
My God. You
Yeah,
know what's so
all of
crazy?
that.
I was gonna go to Detroit just to go get me some Pontiac to go get me some oxtails because I'm like Saginaw. No, I got no oxtails.
Yeah, I swear, like,
Now I'm finna go there because it's like we can't get what you want sometimes here. But
yeah, I think it's called. They got the oxtail stew or something like that
okay,
or whatnot.